now going to be discussing mental health and relationships. And we're also here with Double S.
What's good, what's good?
Do you have to introduce yourself?
I go by the name of Double S. I'm a musician. At the minute, I've obviously got a company that it's called Motivation Global, but it's more of an entertainment company. Obviously, because of COVID and everything, a lot of things kind of have slowed down, but it gives me time to kind of get everything right as well before I come back into it. But yeah, at the moment, everything's nice as well. I got time to myself, so I can think as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chancey, we'll start with you. Do relationships play a big part when it comes to mental health?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, if you choose to have someone in your life in that way, then you're gonna share a lot of your emotions with them. You're gonna be they're gonna be able to see your vulnerable side a bit more, and yeah, it depends on the kind of relationship you have. Obviously, if it's toxic or if it's a positive one, so it can affect your mental health in a positive way or a negative way in that sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about you, Double?
No, 100%. I feel like, and another thing that with relationships for me, I always say some people don't choose. I wouldn't say they don't choose well, but we dive in headfirst sometimes, and then that way, then you start learning specific things about that person. It's like school. I always say school is like you don't do you don't do GCSE straight away. You take like probably a year, 2 years, for example, to prepare for it. I think when it comes down to relationships, I think you need to look at it like that as well. Like with people that understand, even if, say, for example, you like enjoying yourselves and going raving or going to go have something to eat, you don't necessarily need to say, okay, yeah, this is my person straight away, because I think this is what tends to happen. Everyone gets too attached straight away, and then when it gets bad, you lot can't just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so true. You gotta have patience. You gotta take time to know somebody.
100%. Yeah.
What about you, Kieran?
Yeah, I agree with everyone that's saying. Everything is 50-50 at the end of the day, so it will benefits with emotions and everything. Nothing is going to be perfect at the end of the day, but you will have to have a balance. Right?
True.
Yeah, balance.
Yourself.
Yeah, love that. Chance? I don't like it, job. How many serious relationships have you had?
Damn!
Go for the kill.
You might as well take a sip, man.
Hey! Yeah, for real, let me take one. Right. I would say I've had four serious relationships.
I rate you.
4.
Okay. How long would
But
they?
they've been like... You see these relationships, yeah? I feel like they covered half my life. Just took half my life away, because those were key moments I could have spent developing myself, finding myself, you know what I'm saying, sorting myself out. But like you said earlier, innit, you dive head first, innit, and then you don't realise, and before you know it, you're just in the middle of this...
The ocean, floating and that.
Trying to figure out where you're at. Can't see no land. So yeah, I'd say four serious relationships. Not that I'm saying like, you know, the females were bad in that, but obviously it's 50-50, like Kieran was saying as well.
Yeah.
Me, obviously not finding myself, you know, in time, in that sense, and also the characteristics I was dealing with in the females, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That wasn't healthy for me, so yeah. So 4 serious relationships, I'd say.
Okay. Just looking over here.
What about you, Double?
Serious ones, I would say I've taken all of them serious at the time, because I think if you allow anyone in your space, for example, they must be something, do you know what I mean? So then I would say we might not have been serious. So I would say serious ones, I would give it probably 2. But it's weird. My situation, I'm going to be real, it's so weird. The first ever girl that I've ever had is the realest one. If that makes sense. But that's the one, not in a bad way as well. Yeah, that's the one that we never got there. Do you get what I mean? Like, we was too young for the situation to even occur, but that's been the realest one, because it's like, I always say this, for example, if you don't have yourself, she's always known herself, if that makes sense. Whereas most of the relationships that I got into, I think we're both finding each other out, or I need to find out myself, and the person needs to find themselves. Whereas with her, she already knew herself. We just didn't go that extra mile. But seriously, I would say 2. That I put time and effort and thought to myself, you know what, let me try be a better man and see where it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How long were they?
You're getting ham to I'm gonna be real. I always have this thing of, I think relationships have this 2-3 year thing, and anything after that, to a degree, is kind of serious. But I've always been 2-3 years before it's like, okay, where do we go from here, or are we taking this serious, or are we trying to get married, etc. Yeah, I don't have time to waste like that as well.
Yeah.
Quite young myself, so going back to WSR, we stay real.
I rate you, so
thank you.
I rate that.
But,
I should have said that.
But I would say I always give the person the most love I can give, but not to feel the full energy I can give. Because when you get heartbroken, you're gonna think, why did I give that person so much possession out of me? And you don't get the same impact back. At the end of the day, I would say I've not had most a serious relationship with someone, but I've always given my effort at the end of the day.
You always give your all.
I wish I was like that.
Fam. Take another sip, mate.
Cheers.
I rate you. Stay like that, you know. It gets technical.
WSR.
Most people in my generation, when I came over here, people are not serious.
Yeah.
But I think if you're living abroad, people have a different perception of life.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Like when you're living in Arabian countries like Egypt and those countries, even though relationships are not permitted when you're married, but people take it if you're married.
Of course, 100%, yeah. It's more serious.
So they're more loyal and respectful, but you always got the balance. But I would say the most serious relationship I've held in my whole life is myself at the end of the day.
100%.
Stuff from you.
How do you? If you don't mind me asking.
23.
You're very wise for your age. So I respect
Very
it.
wise.
Absolutely.
Love that.
I wish everyone knew that before they got into relationships as well, because that's the actually smartest
from that
thing.
age as well.
Yeah, fam. Because I'm gonna be real. A lot of us get to 30. I'm 31. Turned 31 the other day, and I love my brother. But yeah, I feel like we all get to that stage after 30 once everything's gone left. Do you get what I mean? And it gets technical. Now we want to know ourselves and that. Yeah. But I always say, if we could do that, I've always liked myself, so I always try to have that little bubbly thing, for example. But if we could do that as men, we wouldn't have, not in a bad way as well. With women, for example, you eliminate certain girls as well. Do you get what I mean? Vice versa as well.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. When you know yourself.
Yeah.
But I guess it comes with timing at the end of the day.
Of course. I'm happy I'm there though.
Yeah.
Some people are still lying to themselves.
100%. I've had 2 serious relationships.
Yeah.
I haven't really been single that much throughout my adult life, funny enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've had 2 serious relationships in the past.
So long relationships.
Yeah, long relationships.
How long's long?
Long.
Yeah, over 3 years, yeah?
One of them was.
I rate it.
She's going up in the line.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, one of them was.
And
I was engaged.
Oh, wow. I respect
Didn't you know that?
No.
Oh, yeah. That's another story for another day, but yeah, I was engaged.
I rate it still.
Okay.
But yeah.
She wanted something serious.
Oh.
Yeah, I respect it.
But yeah. Only the honest survive with me, boy. That's what I'm gonna say.
Wow. Shots.
Be dropping soon.
Shots.
Oh, God.
Take a shot for me.
It's getting deeper, though. What's the main reason that your relationships have ended?
I didn't know he was going to start.
I know.
I didn't know he was going to start.
Damn. Okay. What's the main reasons? You know what, yeah? I'm just going to be a man about it, innit? Yeah? Let me take my sip first.
The more sipping, the more honest.
Listen. So basically, yeah, for real. It's actually running out. I'm taking half sips now.
That's all good.
Alright, cool. I would say the first 2, because I was young, I would say young and dumb, straight up. Didn't know myself as much as I started getting to know myself after the second relationship, I would say it came down to just me not being like just not knowing how to mobilize as a man, like real man. You know what I'm saying? My my standards or what I thought a man should be was obviously wrong. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I'm probably thinking I'm right and I'm right and I'm right and I'm right, but then
a real man in general or a real man in a relationship?
In general.
Okay.
I'd say in general, because women don't just fall in love with the man that's real to her. Like, she needs a man that's just real. You know what I'm saying? Cool, you're real with me, but when we step outside, you start acting like something beta. Like, she's not going to like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I think it was just me, like I said, finding myself. And because of that, I was probably doing a lot of the wrong things. Probably more like just wanting my way and just little things like that. When I could have been more of a listener, try and understand a bit more, try and understand female nature.
I respect that.
That's what it is. I don't think I understood female nature very well back then.
Okay.
But then obviously, as time went on, I started picking up. Yeah. But even then, I didn't pick up enough, you know what I'm saying? So I was saying, like, it took me to get to like almost 30 before I started like really getting it. So,
yeah. I love that. I think we've all got a lot of learning to do when it comes to, you know, understanding opposite sex, understanding men, understanding women. There's just so much to learn. So, yeah, I think that's important.
Thanks.
What about you, Double?
Why it ended with me? My one, if I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna say what he said as well. Like, I don't think I was ready at the time. That's one thing I always say. Like, if you're not ready, don't jump into it. Do you get what I mean? Like, as a man, for example, don't let no one gas you, this and that. It's more embarrassing jumping into it, and then now you have to keep up with, because that's what it is eventually after a while. It's like a friendship. If I say, this is my brethren, for example, I'm going to have to prove eventually after a while that this is my friend. Do you get what I mean? And then when you can't, women hate you more. Do you get what I mean? So I don't think I was ready at the time, and at the same time, I think a few of the things that I wouldn't do now, I was doing too much of it. You know what I mean? Like, and in my head, I'm just thinking, well, because I'm raised on the roads, for example. So if I'm looking at the elder that's coming and he's got his car, beer, gal, money, and that's what I'm thinking that is goals in life. So even when I've got a woman, for example, that's a one woman that I have to see and talk to every single day, I'm still dealing with it like I'm watching Paid in Full. Or, do you get what I mean? Like, I still want to be the guy. It's amazing. Top 10. But yeah, like, so eventually after a while, I think it's understanding women as well. Like, I don't think I understood women. I'm going to be real, like, even down to, not my last one, but the last one before that, I stopped dating for like 5 years just to observe women, like, and understand them and try to be like, okay, why does she do this and why does she do that and what ticks her off with that and etc. So now, I rarely have arguments. I don't argue with women. That's my whole thing. If I argue with you, don't get it twisted, we can have a conversation or a misunderstanding, but it needs to get to somewhere. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, like, I don't do this whole, okay, I'm right and okay, you're wrong, or to a point where
you need a solution.
That's my whole ethos. Like, there's a problem, there's a solution, we move forward. If we don't move forward, we're going to stay on the solution, trying to find the solution, or we're going to stay on the problem and then we're just going back
and there's no point. You need to have understanding.
Exactly.
Communication.
Yeah.
That's key.
Yeah.
What about you, Kieran?
So you were saying the question is why my last relationship ended.
Oh yeah.
Is that
You have self-love, so that's all you need.
You're good anyway.
You're good.
Hakuna Matata.
But to be honest, I'd be very rude. As I'm aware of this. I think as like I'm quite young myself. I started puberty very early, so people thought I was older than my age, but I was younger.
Okay.
I think because of the person, they're older than me in that sense. Then I think because it was quite toxic.
Yeah.
Even though I was mature-wise, but mostly younger than the person.
Yeah.
And then I caught the person cheating, so I said, like, that's not worth it.
Also, you caught someone cheating?
Yeah, I caught the ex cheating, basically. So, wow. What's the point of me giving you so much energy?
Yeah.
In a sense, why am I giving myself self-doubt to be with someone who's going to low down my confidence?
Of course, yeah.
I'm not putting this person on blast, but I was in hospital for 4 weeks in intensive care. This person said, "Oh, I'll come and stab your leg," for example, because I had a blackout, I had 12 blood transfusions. Oh, we'll come with a baseball bat and bash your leg. And I'm like, why?
This is a woman saying this.
This is a woman, brother.
Wow.
Toxic. It's getting on, man.
So I'm like, what's the point of that? I think that's the reason I ended it. I'd rather be real instead of hiding my emotions.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. You have to do what's best for you sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I learned that from women as well.
People have their own issues as well. So you just have to look at the bigger picture and be like, this is not about me. This is about the other person, what they're going through, what they're dealing with, you know? Yeah. But at the same time, you don't have to deal with that if someone's disrespecting you.
Yeah, once it gets to that point, I think if you feel comfortable to even attempt to even play with me like that, we're not supposed to be together in the first place, right?
Exactly, that kind of mindset.
Yeah, you're joking. Trust me.
Chance, what is your love language?
It's acts of service.
Okay, so you like people doing things for you?
It's not just doing things for me. So it's more like just
bringing you food.
That's the smaller things. It's more about my purpose. If I'm on my purpose in life, I'd rather you come and help me fulfill my purpose rather than you bring me a gift or just say these nice words to me. You know what I'm saying? Because those nice words are just gonna make me feel good. But I'm trying to
move forward.
Yeah, and I think that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I think acts. You know. Going out your way or something to show me that cool. This ain't even something that you might necessarily like doing, but you're kind of going out your way because you want to help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just shows that person is being mindful,
definitely
thoughtful in that sense, and
100%.
It's really what I put it down to.
Yeah. What about you, Double?
I think it's the same message, you know. I did it, but I'm gonna be real. I take bits and pieces off.
Yeah.
Because I think as a human being, for example,
you know yourself.
Yeah, it can't just be one thing. But yeah, acts of service as well. Yeah, I think that one for me as well. Like I'm a person like I think that's where the real energy is. Like that's where movement is. Do you get what I mean? Like if I say something before it manifests, I have to move. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So act of service, for example, to me, it's like I would rather do something than tell you something. Like some women will be like, okay. Not saying man's heartless, for example, but you don't show too much love. And I'm like, fam, because I move. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not the guy that's going to be like, oh, yeah, babe, you're buff today, you know? Do you get what I mean? Like, I'll do something or show you something or might buy you a dress, for example. Now you look lang. You get me? You get me? Act of service. Yeah.
Again, I would say self-love. That's the motivation.
Okay.
I'm learning, you know.
I'm telling you.
I'm learning.
Self-love is the best.
I think that's the main key, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everything is a love language. Everything you do, you talk, you speak, you run. Everything is evolved in your own nature, so it comes with time. So you have to develop yourself at the end of the day. I think the problem with this generation, or people in general, we don't learn enough from each other to develop our ideas. So for me, I prefer you come together, so it's 50-50. So you have your pros and cons, but you try to make it in a circle, so you all can make things work together. If you think of a circle, you can't go outside the circle. You have to stay in the circle and fix your problems by yourself. So that's a language where you have to communicate.
I love that. Very philosophical.
You know your mind, your mind is very
powerful.
It is.
It doesn't have an age.
It really doesn't, because when I was 23, bro.
I was a nuisance as well, so front.
When I was 23, I couldn't think how you're thinking right now. Like I don't even think I would have been capable of it. You know what I'm saying?
Like sometimes though, it's who you're around as well. It's the people like family, it's the people them as well.
It's true. It's true.
Influence is a big thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's like didn't have an easy life. So
it's
quite difficult as well.
You have to understand as well, early.
Nah, that's true, man. That's good.
So true.
Yeah, man.
You're blessed to know what you know, though.
It's true. Absolutely.
You guys are deep, boy.
Mine's You wrote the questions.
She's getting harder than us.
My one is quality time. I feel like, because I'm somebody who I'm an introvert. I'm just by myself a lot. So if I spend time with you, then, you know, that is something that I appreciate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I appreciate people taking the time out to make time.
Of course.
So yeah, I would say quality time is my one. Mentally, what 3 characteristics do you value in a partner?
Mentally,
Mhm.
I'd say mind strength. Ooh. I don't actually know, you know.
Woo!
Mentally, I don't know. Let me pass.
Okay, we'll come back.
What 3? I got 2 probably. But yeah, definitely how someone thinks. When someone can show like understanding and like it's I think that can save you as well in life when you understand that every single day is gonna be another day or another chance to get it right, so you don't bone out in the process or whatever.
Yeah.
That's someone that I respect a lot. So definitely mindset. Someone that knows how to express themselves. So they know how to kind of tell you, okay, not saying that, you know, you got some people that think you're mind readers. And you're not really, none of us are mind readers. If I don't know you're upset, I can't move on. Do you get what I mean? So I like people
just
that
say you're upset.
Yeah, like I like people that show me something, for example, and then I could be like, okay, I can't do this or I can do this, or it makes both of our lives way more easier. And someone that understands themselves. Yeah, someone that understands themselves. So then that way, it's like me. I've always like I might have been toxic once upon a time. I'm not toxic now. I might have been toxic once upon a time, but one thing I do like about myself is I'm very good at, okay, I'm gonna f this up. Let me chill. I pull myself back before anything can go too left, or I know how to do that. Whereas I think some people are the world is moving so fast, they don't know how to do that. Do you get what I mean? They don't know how to kind of control themselves. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, self-control.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's so important to know yourself.
100%.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
What about you, Kieran?
I would say motivation. You have to have the motivation to love someone. At the end of the day, who's going to be there for you? Energy as well. You have to provide the energy. It's the basic science. Yeah. If the car doesn't have petrol, how's it going to move at the end of the day?
Yeah.
That's a good one. You can't move to the petrol station if you don't push the car.
Yeah.
So you need a second hand. Things coming to these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, say, really, I'll come back to the third one.
Okay. Do you have time to think, Charles?
Yeah, I think motivation. I'll take
You're
that.
copying his one.
That's a good one.
I needed
You can still, I took his one.
refreshed.
I took his first
Oh,
one.
you took his one.
First one, good.
Yeah, so refresh. Just to refresh my mind, innit? Energy, definitely, because you need to be motivated to be in that situation or whatever you want to call it. You do need the energy to basically run that mile, innit?
Yeah.
And understanding. I'll take that back from him still. Understanding, yeah. Just understand yourself as well as understanding the other person. It's very important.
Understanding is so important. I said that about the friendship.
Yeah, because there's, in relationship there tends to be like lack of understanding, innit? And then it causes miscommunications and all these things just follow through, innit?
Yeah.
And then I swear, like after the whole relationship ends, like once the turmoil is just like done and over, you look back and you think to yourself, like, only if we understood each other, like only if we chose to like maybe be a bit patient and just understand, then things could have been a bit different.
Yeah, 100%.
But you see that after, you don't really see that.
Yeah.
Miss the things out.
What would I say? I would say loyalty, honesty, and intellect.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say intellect, what like perception do you mean by intellect?
Just somebody who's willing to like learn new things, educate themselves on everything, and just, be able to teach me something. And we can teach each other something. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like we're always watching Netflix. Like sometimes let's just learn things together. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And grow together.